Divine Obsession. Chapter 1. Before the Storm. Two pups sat on a tall cliff inspecting the surroundings. One had shiny black fur and heavy brows, and its tail was wiggling, while the other had fluffy hair and was wearing a serious expression, standing tall and carefully observing. They started taking turns napping, that is, until the other pups started jumping around and playing. Squeal! The pup jumped on the other pup and started playfully biting the other all over and then doing circles around him. It was clearly the younger sibling. It was a hot summer day. The plants in the forest looked almost dried out, and there could be seen herbivores trying to eat the leaves before it was too late. A lone wolf mother was roaming around. She was determined to find a safe place for her two pups to stay during the night, but she was lucky to find a wandering rabbit eating some grass. The mother observed its prey, hidden in the bushes. The rabbit was very nervous, taking quick breaths and moving its head from side to side at fast paces to notice any danger, while stuffing its little mouth with grass from time to time, and it turned around for the next batch of grass. Opportunity. The wolf took a fast approach and got closer to the rabbit while making no sound until it suddenly jumped and started sprinting towards the rabbit. The rabbit heard a sound, and it turned its neck. Terrified, he started hopping around as fast as he could, looking for any burrow or small space where he could pass through. He turned around and saw a pair of teeth approaching. It barely lasted a moment. The wolf caught up to it and jumped towards its neck. The mother caught the rabbit by the neck and pressed her canines against it, ending the rabbit's life, no longer struggling to get free and losing the glimmer in its eyes. Happy that her hunt was a success, the mother let out a small bark and quickly examined the surroundings, finding a neat cave. Aware of the blood stench, she ran away towards her pups in a hurry. When she got there, she was surprised to find that her pups still had the energy to play around. She let out an angry grrr until they stopped playing around and stood tall, then slowly came closer to her pups and dropped the rabbit somewhere nearby. The mother started licking her pups' fur. They've been playing too much and getting dust and dirt all over them. She was angry at them for not being careful, but she was also so happy that her pups were happy. It was very hard for her to provide food. She was hungry and thirsty, and she bet her pups were too, but she noticed her pups were eyeing the rabbit like a candy gulp. They all started eating. The rabbit was a pretty small one, around 3 to 4 kilograms, but it was enough for her and her pups to devour its meat to their full. After that, they started heading towards a river to quench their thirst. It was very hot outside, so they made sure to stay in the shade. She found a nearby river where she could drink some water. Her pups were following her closely, and she was looking around frantically for any potential danger, but alas, there was none. Her pups drank eagerly while she still kept an eye out, but after her pups drank to their full, it was finally her turn. It was blissful, and she let out a quiet "awoo." She then turned around and started heading towards the cave, her pups following closely from behind. Arriving at the cave, they found the entrance to be empty, so they slowly went in and found a huge wolf in the middle of the cave, seemingly resting. They tried to get back, but it was too late. The big wolf twitched its left ear and woke up at the sudden visit. The place instantly turned dead silent, with the mother carefully placing herself between the huge wolf and her pups, ignoring her fear. "Ho ho, look how courageous 2 pups and their mother are. I wonder where your pack is. If I remember carefully, there should be 2 or 3 packs in this forest. Maybe you got lost, or you are what's left of your pack. It doesn't matter. You may rest here now. I was going to head out anyway." And before the 3 wolves could blink, it was already out of their sight. The wolf mother exhaled deeply, a quiet sigh of relief escaping her lips as she saw her pups safe and sound. It was getting late, and it started raining. The 3 wolves were safe in the cave, and the pups were playing around, rushing into each other, pushing and playfully biting, while the mother was licking her fur and looking at them. One of the pups sneezed and looked at the other in the eyes, thus provoking him. The other one sneezed as well, thus initiating a duel. The wolf's mother's body shook with a series of light, playful yips, her happiness evident in her wagging tail. The rain turned into a storm. The wind could be heard howling in the cave, trees dancing to their tune, lightning striking in the distance, and hearing the thunders. The pups were scared witless. Their mother slowly walked towards them and rolled into a ball with them in the middle, reassuring them. Although she was also scared of Thunders, she was more worried about her pups.